Ned builds the amusement park.
You nuts!
Relax, it's a controlled burn. Uh-oh.
At a church ice cream social, Ned Flanders reunites with Rachel Jordan and invites her to stay over, claiming he's over Maud's death. However, Rachel leaves after finding him still fixated on Maud, realizing he hasn't moved on. The next day, the Simpsons help Ned sort Maud's belongings, but Homer uses a shredder, and Maud's face in a wedding photo is replaced with Homer's. Bart discovers Maud's sketchbook, revealing her dream of opening an amusement park called Praiseland. Inspired, Ned buys Storytown Village to fulfill Maud's wish. Praiseland opens with religious-themed attractions, but it's a flop until Principal Skinner collapses and claims to have a vision of heaven, sparking public interest. Miracle Maud draws crowds, but Ned discovers a gas leak causing hallucinations. After learning the gas is toxic and permanent, Ned and Homer stop orphans from lighting candles near the leak, preventing a potential explosion. The crowd, believing they attacked the orphans, leaves in outrage, leading Ned to shut Praiseland down. Later, Ned runs into Rachel, and they go home together, erasing Maud's indentation in the bed. Homer becomes 89 years old.
Son, welcome to the club. Now, say something pathetic.
Homer and Marge discover the retirement home is in violation of safety codes, leading Grandpa to move in with the family until repairs are complete. Grandpa's friends Jasper and the old Jewish man are left behind, so Marge takes them in, despite Homer's objections. The elderly trio nearly dies with each activity, and Homer almost faints upon seeing the electric bill. Lisa advises Homer to treat Grandpa kindly, warning that his kids will treat him similarly when he's older. However, Homer sarcastically notes that Grandpa never acknowledges Homer's grandfather. Grandpa and his friends induct Homer into their club after breakfast together. During a mall trip, Grandpa pulls Homer's pants high-waisted. Later, an elderly woman hits on Homer at bingo, prompting Grandpa to warn him about women seeking free chicken dinners. That night, Marge finds Homer eating chicken in bed with the heat turned up, also noticing his sock garters. The next day on the beach, Homer sees Bart in trouble with a bully. While the old-timers hesitate, Homer punches the bully, who runs off declaring he's never been in a fight. Lisa's wedding.
I just want you to know I've always been proud of you. You're my greatest accomplishment, and you did it all yourself.
The episode begins with the Simpson family visiting a Renaissance fair, where Homer overeats and Lisa wanders off and encounters a fortune teller who predicts Lisa's first true love. The story flashes forward to 2010, where a 23-year-old Lisa is at university and meets a British student named Hugh Parkfield. Initially quarreling, the two eventually fall in love, and Hugh proposes to Lisa. She accepts, but Marge warns that Homer might ruin the wedding. Lisa and Hugh travel to Springfield for the wedding, where Homer and Bart accidentally embarrass Hugh's family. Homer gifts Hugh tacky pig-themed cufflinks, which Hugh reluctantly agrees to wear. On the day of the wedding, Homer meets Hugh's parents and, to Hugh's relief, doesn't act too harshly. Meanwhile, Homer talks with Lisa, and she discovers that Hugh didn't wear Homer's cufflinks. She finds Hugh and asks him to wear them. He agrees, but says that after the wedding, they will return to England and never see her family again. Outraged, Lisa declares that although she complains about her family, she still loves them and can't marry someone who doesn't understand that, calling the wedding off. Bart is drunk.
Hey, what the... Ugh.
It's St. Patrick's Day, and Bart obliviously arrives at school without wearing green, leading to mass pinching by classmates. At Moe's, Moe bans designated drivers as Springfield drinks excessively. During a parade, Bart buys a horn that gets filled with free beer from a float, leaving him drunk and causing Marge to ban Homer from beer for the day. The next day, women petition to ban alcohol. An old, unenforced prohibition law is discovered, forcing Mayor Quimby to ban alcohol, leading to mass fainting by Springfield's drinkers. Duff goes out of business, and the mafia takes over illegal beer sales through Moe's Speakeasy. Rex Banner is appointed police chief and cracks down on illegal drinking, but Homer starts smuggling beer in hollow bowling balls to Moe's. Marge praises Homer's ingenuity, but Lisa objects. Dubbed the Beer Baron, Homer eludes Rex, but his beer supply dwindles. He turns to bootleg liquor but faces constant explosions. Marge convinces him to stop after a fire. Homer then helps Wiggum reclaim his job, but his smuggling is exposed, leading to punishment by catapult. Homer steals $1 trillion.
I'll give you $1 billion to empty the cat box for me.
No, Bart. That money's going toward your college education.
Who needs college, Mom? We're trillionaires!
As Springfield rings in the new year, Ned Flanders wakes up and promptly files his taxes, submitting them first thing in the morning. Meanwhile, on April 15th, the town scrambles to meet the midnight tax deadline, causing chaos at the post office. Homer smugly mocks the last-minute filers, only to realize he forgot to file his own taxes. In a rush, he fills out fraudulent information, believing it's fine as long as he ignores Marge's warnings. He barely makes the deadline, but his overstuffed envelope gets flagged for a severe audit. The IRS arrests Homer, and to avoid prison, he agrees to work for the FBI. Homer is assigned to investigate Mr. Burns, who allegedly stole a $1 trillion bill printed in 1945 to rebuild Europe. Burns, mistaking Homer for a reporter, admits to keeping the bill. When the FBI moves in, Burns convinces Homer that the government oppresses the average citizen, leading Homer to betray the agents and help him escape. With Smithers' assistance, they flee to Cuba, hoping to establish their own country. However, Fidel Castro tricks Burns into handing over the bill, refusing to return it. Homer finds out his middle name.
Homer Simpson does not lie twice on the same form. He never has, and he never will.
You lied dozens of times on our mortgage application.
Mr. Burns plans to eat pickles but can't open the jar, nor can anyone else at the plant. He decides the plant needs tougher employees and has Lenny, Carl, and Homer help with a recruitment commercial. Homer, impressed with his acting, decides to join the Screen Actors Guild, but realizes he doesn't know his middle name. Grandpa suggests visiting Groovy Grove Natural Farm, run by two of his late mother's hippie friends, Seth and Munchie. There, a mural reveals Homer's middle name, Jay. Inspired by the carefree lifestyle, Homer decides to become a hippie, annoying Marge and Lisa with his behavior. Seeking acceptance, Homer revisits Seth and Munchie. However, Homer accidentally ruins a batch of their organic juice, Seth and Munchie's Garden Blast, by jamming their juicer. To make up for it, Homer remakes the juice using their hidden crop and unknowingly distributes hallucinogenic juice across town. As the police close in on the farm, Homer defends hippie ideals by placing daisies in their rifles. Wiggum fires his gun, lodging a daisy in Homer's forehead, which Dr. Hibbert is unable to remove. Homer becomes a streamer.
Marge, honey, Fraulein, I'm home.
You're not my husband.
Yeah, please forgive my unexplained 2-week absence.
Homer is the only one to show up for work, unaware the plant is closed for fumigation due to an email he never received. Realizing he's technologically behind, he buys an expensive computer but discards it when it can't end Ned Flanders. Lisa helps him become computer literate, and he creates a website filled with stolen memes and spam. Lisa suggests he provide useful content, so Homer starts a news site as Mr. X, exposing local corruption, including Mayor Quimby's misuse of pothole funds. Praised as a hero, he later runs out of real news and begins fabricating stories. One false claim, that flu shots are a form of mind control, turns out to be true. Captured by a secret organization, he is sent to an island where others are imprisoned for uncovering hidden truths. Meanwhile, a lookalike replaces him at home. Homer escapes on a makeshift boat, defeats his clone, and reunites with his family, only for them to be recaptured.